Hello again, everyone. It's Todd Staruch, the horror nerd, here at Eternal Con on Long Island. The show is rocking. We are having a great time, and it's about to get better because I have the honor and privilege of sitting here with Thomas G. Waits. Thomas, how are you?
I'm good and well, and how are you?
I am doing good.
Good. You're having fun?
I always have fun.
Fun's in the dictionary.
It is.
Yeah.
I say all the time, I'm just a fan at heart who gets to do some cool stuff.
That's
right?
cool.
So I get to sit and talk to you, and all is good.
I think without fans, where would we be? It'd be very hot, wouldn't it?
And listen,
I sleep with a fan every night.
Nice. I see what you did there. Listen, I know I'm the guy with the fan on in.
Thank you so much. Great, perfect.
In the winter, so I get it.
Right.
So, Thomas, how's the show been for you?
It's been great. I've met a lot of interesting new fans. Maybe I can sleep with them. And a lot.
Well, listen, who knows what happens when the
I'm
show's
on a roll
over.
here with the fans. Wow, steam is coming out of my head.
Tip your waitresses, everybody.
Exactly.
2 shows on Sunday.
Exactly. That's funny. So it's going great. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I didn't realize that we were so close to New York City. We're just like it's like an hour away, less.
Well, here's the thing. We were talking about this in the car. It seems like it's about that far on the map.
Traffic.
But you have no idea how long it might take you to get there.
Yeah. I'm worried about getting home tonight. It's going to be during the time when everybody's going to be coming into the city, to party, and we're going to be leaving here. So, traffic.
Good luck and Godspeed is all I can say as far as
I guess
that.
a helicopter would be the only way to go.
There you go. So, Thomas, you were part of 2 very iconic films.
Yes.
The Thing and Warriors. Does it ever surprise you the longevity that these 2 films have had to the point where fans, all these decades later, are still lining up to come meet with you?
Yeah, it does surprise me. I guess I'm a very lucky man because a lot of actors have done much better than I have and made a lot more money than I have and are a lot more famous than I am. But very few actors are in not 1, but 2 cult films. So somebody up there likes me. That's the only way I can figure it. I just was very lucky, that both movies seem to, have their finger on the pulse of something that America and then obviously the rest of the world sort of responded to. Especially John Carpenter's The Thing, because John's movie was rejected when it first was released, got terrible reviews, and he lost work as a result of it. But he made the movie that he wanted to make, and he stuck to his guns, and that's the kind of man he is. Then I think it was with the advent of the internet that all of a sudden people started saying, hey, wait a minute, fuck the critics. And really, what do critics know? I mean, critics, they don't swim, they don't float, they stand on the shore and watch things go by and then talk about it. Most of them are wannabe writers, and don't have the guts to actually get out there. If you don't have the guts to get in the ring and do it, you have no business criticizing it. For example, I read the New York Times.
He pointed at me. I don't know why.
Exactly. The New York Times book review. You read the New York Times book review. It's reviewed by fellow authors, people that have had books published, people that do what they're doing for a living. I'm okay with that. If you want to criticize me in a movie that I wrote and directed, for example, called Target, get a good picture of it. It's on Amazon Prime, Apple, and Vudu. If you want to criticize it, if Quentin Tarantino wants to criticize it, I'd be happy to listen to it. If John Carpenter, and he did, and he happened to like it, wants to criticize me, I'm happy to listen. But these, bohunks that sit around, with their computer in their bedroom and go, I like this, I don't like that. They have, even and especially the New York Times film critics, I think their taste is just abysmal. They say something's great, and then I go to see it, and it's $20 to go see a movie, $25. And it's a waste of time. I think that we should change the system. Unless you go out there and make a movie of your own, you have no business criticizing it. Unless you are an actor and have been an actor, a professional actor, you have no business criticizing other actors or other directors for that matter. That's my quite obviously heated opinion.
Well,
what do you say to that?
Well, in that case, I'm glad that I actually have worked on a few independent films. So,
so you're in the clear.
Oh my! Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel.
Exactly. I don't hold back with anything. It goes into the gut and out the mouth.
You know what? I do appreciate that. I am a straight shooter myself, so I actually appreciate your insight.
Yeah, I mean, too many people are so concerned about being politically correct and walking down the middle path and making sure that you don't offend anyone. Listen, be provocative or be forgotten.
Words of wisdom.
Yes.
So, Thomas, you mentioned your movie that you made, Target. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, this is...
I'd like to check it out. So
it's really good. It's... I raised $150,000, and I shot it on a Red 2. I wrote it during the pandemic because I had a long talk with myself, and I said, what do you really want to be doing? Because as an actor, I've kind of, if I do one more episodic television show, I'm going to lose my marbles, you know what I mean? I really want to do is make my own films. So I wrote this script, then I rewrote it about 27 times. Then I took it to a script doctor, and he gave me pages of notes. And then I got some actors together and had a read through on Zoom, and realized that I had miscast it. So I recast it, and then I did a crowdfunder, and I raised about $2,000, and I had to give half of that back because it was with one of the other cast members that I miscast. So I had about $1,000, and I'm like, how am I gonna do this? So I went around to people that knew me as an artist, because that's what I am, basically. I act, I direct, I write, I teach, I sing, I make music. I mean, that's what I am. That's what I do. I can't really help it. And anyway, they happened to be in a position financially where they were interested in investing in me. They believed in me. And so I finally put it all together. I shot it. I went way over budget and way behind schedule, and then I had to raise more money, and I did that.
This sounds hauntingly familiar.
But it is a really quality film. You see this movie, you would never know that it was made for $150,000. It looks like a $3 million film. And read the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes that people have sent in. Just see what people, normal, everyday, people from Scotland, people I don't know, people from Texas, people from all over that see this and really get, something out of it. That makes my life have meaning. That makes my experience on the planet have value. That I could create something that might make people laugh. Hopefully it makes them think. And there's a lot of Buddhistic, which I'm not a Buddhist, Buddhistic philosophy intertwined throughout. So it's quite entertaining. Target. It's on Amazon Prime, Apple, and Vudu. Buy it, cheapskate.
I'm scared now. But I will check it out. I will.
You don't have to buy it. You can rent it.
I will absolutely check it out.
But do write a review and say what you think.
Okay.
Because it's really good. And I'm very close to my second feature, which will star Kelsey Grammer, the great actor Kelsey Grammer. He's a mate of mine from acting school. And I wrote a horror film called Devil's Night. You know, that's another name for Mischief Night. And it's sort of like Stand By Me meets Hannibal Lecter meets All in the Family.
Huh.
And it's quite good. So I have Kelsey and Chris Noth from Sex and the City and many other great actor, committed, and we're very close to closing a deal. Very 99% there, and I hope to get to work on that. And that's another one that I went through the same. I go through the same process whether I'm acting or directing or writing, which is repetition. In French, the word rehearsal is répétition. You just keep doing it over and over until finally you find something real, something truthful, something that comes from your subconscious mind, not something that's pre-planned, but something spontaneous. And that's what people need to remind us that we're alive.
Fantastic. Thomas, it was good to see you again.
Thanks again.
Thank you for a few minutes of your time,
You
as
bet.
always. I am almost afraid to ask this.
Okay.
But any final words you have for the fans out there at Eternal Con?
Be who you are. Never apologize for who you are. Love who you are. And then, if you can accomplish those three things, you can love your fellow man and woman. Love. That's all we have, mate. That's all we have.
I like it. Thank you, sir. Thomas G. Waits, everybody here at Eternal Con on Long Island. I'm the horror nerd, Todd Staruch, signing off. We will see all of you in the next interview.
All right, Todd.
Good stuff, man. Thank you.